What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Overdose. I'm your host, Don Jaye. Today, I'm joined by a special guest. Introduce yourself.
It's Jackie Turner.
All right, Jackie. Now, I know you're not familiar with Red Pill, so I'm trying to introduce another brother to Red Pill culture, the true nature of, women and things like that. What type of knowledge do you have about Red Pill?
No, really, to be honest, you brought it to me, so, I want to see what it's about. I want to know what's up, so.
Okay. The title of the video, Steph is Cold. Why all men must learn female nature. Now, do you have an idea already about what female nature is?
Female nature? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to, certain things about females I do know, but I'm not going to be like, yeah, I know female nature. Like,
okay.
I don't know. I want to see what he's about to say.
Okay. All right. Let's jump into it.
YouTube, what it do? It's your boy, Steph. All right, so today I am going to talk about the video on Instagram where the guy was on live and his girl was getting her black blown out while he was on live. I can't play the video on here for YouTube rights, right? But for those that want to see the video, for those that did see the video, it's on Instagram. And I'll just say this.
Before you even jump into it, have you had a situation like that happen to you personally or to any of your homeboys?
Not that disrespectful where it was on some live stuff. I mean, the most disrespectful thing a girl's done to me, I've been cheated on, but that's about it. But that level of disrespect, I ain't never had that happen to me before, or one of my homeboys. That's just... I seen like a clip of that on Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I seen it, buddy. He was on live with his girl and she was getting fucked, and she seriously like held the camera up and all that. She was cool with it. He's just looking at the camera like you could see his pain in his face.
eyes. Damn,
bro.
I had to check this shit out.
Honestly, I don't even know how I feel about that. Like that it don't get no worse than that, bro.
Yeah,
you seen your girl getting done by another dude, like that's not even cool.
When you got cheated on, did it change you like mentally, or you just
mentally? No, I'm not gonna say it. It was like a little change, like kind of how I looked at females a little bit, but now I look at it now, I look back on it. It was more of a lesson. Like I'm glad that kind of happened to me. I'm not glad about the situation, but that it happened to me. I learned a lesson. Like you just gotta. You can't really trust everyone, Like, even the last person you think that would hurt you can still hurt you. Like, we was in a real relationship, so when I got cheated on, I was like, damn, all that stuff we went through, and you gonna do that. Yeah. Like, for nothing, right? Yeah. Like, okay. So it's just like, it just shows the person really wasn't down for you in the beginning if they're willing to do that to you. So you gotta watch out who you surround yourself with.
You're right, 100%.
Women always will try to play victim every single time. She actually did a follow-up video after she got caught to say, oh, what I did wasn't a big deal. It's not like I really hurt him. Women cannot be held accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? And we're seeing that every single day. And she also said he knew what he was getting into when he was wanting to get with me. That's what she also said. And what that pretty much means is you gotta know a woman's history.
Facts.
You gotta know who she is.
Big facts.
See, social media is going to tell on the women.
Pause real quick. Do you check a woman's history? When you start dating?
When it comes to a woman's history, no, I do love to hear like I'll be like, what happened in your last relationship, or like, what happened, da da da. Like, I want to know those kind of details, but I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna be like, how many bodies you got? Like, we're too old for that.
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna worry about what you did. Don't worry about what I got. Like, what you see, like, this is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
So, you really need to go based off that, because, a person's not gonna act the same towards you than how they're gonna act to other people. So maybe you might bring out a different side in a person. So I feel like you should judge off what you see. But it is good. Here's the history. Their past relationships, because it might be some red flags, but it's all about your perspective and just how you look at things.
Make sure you got the head on a swivel.
Yes, sir.
On who they really are, who their inspirations are, who they want to be like, who they listen to, who they get their advice from, right? That is the whole purpose of watching social media. Just like you watch me, just like you guys watch me and see who I watch and who I listen to, and the music that I listen to, and the things that I like to watch, and the games that I like to play. It's the same thing with women. Just like how women scope us, we scope them as well. But this guy didn't do a good enough job because he's only stuck on the physical. And when you're only stuck on the physical with a woman, you will always be let down.
That's true.
Right, you'll always be let down. How is her mindset? How does she carry herself around her friends, around her family? Does she have morals? Or is she a city girl? When I first seen the girl face, I knew she was a city girl. She's for the streets. Period. She is simply for the streets.
Okay, this brings up a great question. Because I've done this before, so I can admit that I've done this before. Have you ever tried to wife up a girl that's for the streets?
Wife up? No, nah. Like I'm not really with. Nah, can't even do it. like with me, like loyalty and all that stuff. Like when I first talk to you, like even just the way you talk, like the way you open up about yourself. Like I read all of that. So like, especially like how we was just talking about history. So if I hear about your history, like, it's some red flags. I'm not gonna try and force nothing. That's one thing I don't do with life in general.
Gotcha.
Don't ever try and force anything because you gonna end up you gonna end up hurt if you try and force something. So. Nah, you can't force it. Can't even do it.
Man, you got your head on the swivel for real. You're not even red, you got your head on the swivel for real.
The streets do not deserve to be with a king. Do not deserve to be wifed up. All she deserves is to get the guts busted up and leave. That's it. That's all she deserves. But too many of, too many of us guys are so beta. No woman is worth you losing your mental over it, you crying over it. But I'm gonna say this, bro. Sometimes it takes that in order for a guy to really understand this female nature stuff.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's what I asked you.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Because a lot of you dudes say that, okay, yeah, I understand female nature and I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to make better decisions, but you still make the same poor decisions until it happens to you.
Gotta learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Just like the people who say, who hurt you. The people who say who hurt you are victims. It hasn't happened to them. The female nature side of the RP hasn't happened to them yet.
That brings up a good question. Do you see your friends maybe like on the wrong path and you like try to help them?
Yes, I actually have been through that kind of experience, but usually, like it pretty much happened with me. At the end of the day, a guy's gonna do what a guy's gonna do. Like, you could. I mean, y'all even know people like this, even just friends or just like in regular situations. You can try and tell someone as much as you want to. You can help them as much as you want to, but you can't control someone else's decision. So. It's just like it's only a certain. You can only help them only to a certain amount. So
you can't feed them.
Yeah, you can lead you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. So it's only so much you can do.
Got you.
Oh, but it's coming like a train wreck. That's why you gotta have the philosophies and have the game down packed that you know when it's coming, you know when it's not coming. That's why I make these videos, because it's gonna help wake dudes up. But just because I help wake you up doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to help you. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to apply the knowledge to your life. I seen a video today of some dude, firing his firearm off at his girl that broke up with him. And from the video, she looked like she was strapped. It looked like she was cute. You know what I'm saying? And just from that video, me watching that, it's like, wow, like this, and this dude looked like he from the streets. No woman is worth you risking your life for just because she moved on, and just because you don't want to self-improve. If she moving on, my G, that is a lesson. I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
Okay, hold on. Before he goes to this next point, I got a good question. When you break up with someone, do you normally think that it's your fault or is their fault?
It definitely depends on the situation.
Gotcha.
Let me see here. I've never really been in a situation where I feel like, it's just like something certain. Like I said, the worst thing that happened to me, I was cheated on. That was probably like my most serious relationship. I'm not the kind of person who just hops in certain relationships or just goes from one relationship to another. Because I feel like when you get in a relationship, it's a big deal. Like it's actually worth your time and stuff like that. So I'm not just gonna date a girl. Like it has to be serious. So I have messed around with some girls and like I've had to cut things off. I had girls cut me off. And at the end of the day, you just gotta realize that's just how it is. Like you can't really feel no type of way. If a girl cut you on, you need to move on. Like I said, you can't force nothing. And then when it comes from yourself, if you feel like you're not vibing with a girl or you just can't mess with her no more, don't try and lead someone on. Like if you gotta cut it off, then cut it off. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy with what you're dealing with, then you just gonna keep being in a toxic relationship. So.
And so then, hold on, let's pause real quick. So you believe in like monogamy and being in relationships and marriage and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I feel like that stuff is very, like, you know, he was talking about morals and stuff. Like as a guy, a lot of dudes do not carry morals. Like I feel like me, to be honest, like if I know a girl is just, you know, dirty and like she messes with a whole bunch of guys, I'm not gonna mess with you. Like I really don't care how pretty you are. Like that's not. You gotta realize your worth too at the end of the day, as a guy.
So as you yourself, as a guy, you would rather be in a relationship versus a good relationship versus having like a rotation of women.
Yes, I would, because at the end of the day, like it's just when you got that one person you can depend on, one person you can always talk to. Because eventually, when you do, you know, I've been in a relationship and I have, you know, I've messed with some girls, but like at the end of the day, you know, when you're in it has its pros and cons, but. You know, at the end of the day, when you just messing with, you know, a whole bunch of girls, it's not really good for your mental. Like I feel like it's not good for your soul. But when, you know, you're in a serious relationship and it's a great person, there's nothing like having that comfort. You know, you're not always alone. You know, so I'd rather be in a good relationship than just have like a whole bunch of hoes. Because like at the end of the day, I feel like that's a younger kind of mindset when you just have a whole bunch of girls. So
we're gonna definitely talk about that in another video. So that's the ideology for like purple pill. It's like you understand women, but you still want to have like one woman.
Yeah, you still want to explore. Yeah. So, but at the same time, you know, you got to realize that, you know, you can't just messing with everyone's head. Like, you know, there's sex demons. I believe in all that kind of stuff. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Every ex that you had supposed to do better because you showed her better. She's supposed to do better. Because you showed her what it is to be better by letting her go. And if she lets you go, what does it... Any man that says that he's not motivated by a breakup is a lie.
Hmm.
You think
okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. Speak.
Motivated off a breakup, I don't know. Like, see, that I hate when guys, like, a relationship... Okay, like, I understand you can go through a breakup and blah, blah, blah. But... don't let that change your personal life, change your lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, it might motivate you in certain ways, but at the same time, like, a dude might get broken or heartbroken, or same thing with a girl. It might affect their job. It might affect the way they act with their friends, or just, you know, other stuff with their personal life. Or a dude can get depressed and, like, not go to the gym. Just, like, the little things like that with your personal life. I feel like, you know, a relationship, like I said, I feel like you just need to move on. So
what if she says, I broke up with you because you was getting too fat or you're not fit enough? Would you go to the gym a little bit more?
Now, that also depends how you feel about yourself. Like, if you love yourself, like, if a girl's like, I don't like the way you look because your body, okay, that's fine. This is my body. Like, it's only, like, you know, you carry yourself in a certain way. Like I said, it comes with the moral part. So, if a person says, I don't like you because your smile, okay, it's someone out there who likes you because your smile. Like,
cool.
You just you gotta carry yourself. That's what it comes down to, straight up.
I wasn't motivated when I first got my heart broke to want to self-improve. When she left me, when she went to college, and I kept thinking this was going to be the woman in my dreams, I kept thinking, man, this is the girl I'm going to marry. I'm blue pill, beta as a mother. I understand nothing. But guess what my homies kept telling me? And so when she go to college, it's a rap. So when she go to college, it's a rap. So when she go to college, it's a rap. I ain't listen to it. So the homies in my ear is me in the blue pillar's ear, telling them what's gonna happen, but they don't really hear because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the foresight of them until it happens to them. Then when it happens to them, it's like, oh, now I understand. That's why these topics are so relatable, because not just guys in America go through it, all guys on the earth go through these things with women. If a woman breaks your heart, I guarantee that's going to motivate you and make you want to grind even harder. Trust me when I say that. And if you think that's not true, get your heart broke one time and see how it feels. See how it makes you. It's gonna make you into somebody greater. Cause it's the revenge. It's just like the movie Punisher. And Batman.
Okay, so you don't agree that if you got your heart broken or someone broke up with you, you should dive into that self-improvement mode.
Okay, self-improvement mode. Like, for example, with myself, like I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but like I love myself. Like I know what I have. Like I know my mind. Just because a girl feels a certain type of way about me, or this is just in general, it don't gotta be about a girl. Just anyone in general. If someone don't like you like the way you are, like I mean that's just on them. Regardless, you could be perfect. Like you know, everyone's hated on at the end of the day. It's always someone that's not gonna like you. It don't matter how famous you are, how rich you are, how good you look. Someone's always gonna have something to say. So just because one person feels a certain type of way, it's not gonna change the way.
You're not gonna let that affect you too much.
I'm not gonna let that affect me too much. Especially like when it comes to a girl, like you gotta realize what you bring to the table. It's only so much you can do, and changing yourself for someone in that kind of way, I feel like isn't good. Now it's different, if you get in a relationship or you mess with a girl and she brings a positive change to you, like you're actually doing better for yourself. Now that's different.
But you don't like the revenge.
Yeah, like I feel like it's not that serious. I guess you could say. Like I don't know. Like it's like if a girl cheat on you and just because a guy look a certain way, you're gonna try to look like him or something just because you're worried about how she think. But it's gonna be someone out there that likes the way you look. Like at the end of the day, so
you're just not worried about it. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about it. So you just gotta have confidence.
Okay.
They didn't become who they were through good times. They didn't. There was Bruce Wayne, but there was no Batman until what happened to his parents. They died.
That's different, though. Like, that's different, my guy.
There was a Frank Castle because he was in the military, because he was a Marine, a cold one. But there was no Punisher until they killed his family.
He talking about murder. We're trying to talk about the females. That's not the same at all.
Hold on, I see you got a lot to say. Go ahead. What?
I don't like how he comparing that. Like that's completely different. Like
yeah, that is a completely different thing because that will change.
Yeah, like
a lot.
You're gonna get changed if your parents or something die. Like that's gonna change who you are and everything. But a female, that's just.
So you saying it's not even comparable? That's not even close.
Comparable, bro.
It's not even close.
For someone to die, if someone killed my parents, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Like it's gonna change who I am. But because if a girl break up with me just because she don't like something about me or we're just not vibing no more, then you have to move on because there's a million other girls.
I'm getting a sense. So for you, it's just more about. It is what it is.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like it's a lot of things that are like that. It is what it is. Like you just gotta deal with things. Like bad things happen to everyone every single day, and everyone has to deal with their own problems. Everyone has their own demons and stuff like that. I feel like you gotta deal with what you got, and that's just how it is. So I don't know.
I think that's a different mindset than most people, or most guys. But I think because I think most guys actually. They get real heartbroken. They get real fucked up. And then they change kind of who they are, like you said, like the revenge.
And usually it's not even in like a good way. Like even when like some guys might, this happens to a lot of guys. A lot of guys get their heart broken and they just start messing with hella girls and they're not really trying to get in a relationship, which I understand. I completely get that. Like, when I was at my relationship, obviously I started messing with other girls just to get like a new feel for things or whatever. But I wasn't like, oh, I'm finna break people's hearts or like, I was just like, I still treat, like, if I talk to a girl right now, and, like, my girl, like, when I was cheating on whatever, it was, like, a party, blah, blah, blah. The next girl I have, I'm not going to be like, you can't go to a party. I'm not going to change the way I act.
So you don't, okay.
Like,
so I'm getting, it's literally
stay
exactly consistent with each time.
Exactly.
No matter how wrong they did you.
Exactly. I feel like it's not going to change how I treat a female or anything like that. I'm not going to be mean. Like, it's that kind of stuff. You just, at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to roll the dice. You got to trust.
Hold on, I got a question.
That's trust.
So do you feel like that's a good thing or do you feel like that's a bad thing? That you are like that?
I feel like it's a strong thing. Okay. Like I feel like I don't know, just like how my soul is. It's just how pure. Like I'm not just gonna sit there and change just because someone else did me dirty. Just because someone else did me dirty, I'm not gonna change everything about me and how I would treat another female. Now I'm not saying I'm more alert and like that kind of stuff. Yeah, of course I'm gonna look at things a little bit different. Okay. But I'm like the next girl I have, I'm not gonna treat it as my last and be like, oh, you're not going to a party. Oh, you're not going. I hate guys like that. Okay. Like guys. They don't let their girls go out and all that kind of stuff. If you can't trust your girl like that, then y'all don't need to be together. That's just straight up. Like if you feel that kind of way, she can't even go out. Y'all need to be together. Okay. And vice versa. If your girl feel like you can't go out because you're with your boys and she think you gonna cheat, then you don't need to be with her because she don't trust you, my guy. Okay. There's no point.
Talk to her.
Revenge is success, and the success is objective because the success, where Punisher's success was to punish the people that punished his family. Does that make sense? So your success is objective to the things that you experience through life.
I agree with that.
And what this young man experienced on IG Live, watching this girl get dug out this, just watching it live, he looked like he heartbroken. And a lot of dudes, man, they laugh They say it's funny.
That would suck.
Nah, for real.
But, you know, and it is funny at first. But then you put yourself in his shoes and you like, okay, I was there at a point in time.
Yeah.
I went through that at a point in time. That was me at a point in time. Because it was. Now, I didn't go through the scenario of my chick getting banged on IG Live, but we all went through that heartbreak. Because most heartbreaks feel the same. But the thing is, can he learn from that? Can you learn from that? Can I learn from the heartbreaks and the heartaches? Or do I dwell on it? Do I stay in the misery? Do I stay whining and complain? Or do I dwell on it to self-improve?
Okay.
But this is how I feel, like what he just said.
Yeah, so I'm about to ask you. So just sum up everything that you think about this video just now.
I mean, he definitely said some major facts. Like he definitely did. Like for example, at the end when he was talking about self-improvement after that incident happens to you. Like I just said, you shouldn't change yourself just because someone else did something wrong. So he says self-improvement. Okay, his girl did something that was disgusting, that was evil. She did something bad. So that's on her part. So what are you supposed to self-improve on? Like what are you supposed to change about yourself?
I think you're supposed to self-improve on being even a higher value guy. So meaning like more money, being more better looking, having more status. Because a girl would think twice or 3 times or 4 times or more times if you're a higher value guy.
That's
and
facts.
less times if you're a higher value guy. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that's definitely facts. But at the end of the day, I feel like anyone can surprise you. Anyone can do you dirty. Like, you just never know. But, like, if a girl cheated on me, it's like, damn, what can I change about myself? That was on her. Like, it's not really...
So for you, it's just like, nah, it's on her. I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's on her part. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, one girl could do you dirty, but then there could be another girl who, like, damn, like, I would never do him dirty. Like, you feel me? So... Like I said, everyone's going to feel a certain type of way about you. So just because one person does you dirty or feel some kind of way, don't try and change yourself because we're all different. And the way you are and the way you act is what makes you special. Like if you try and copy someone else, that's, oh, you just like him. You just like him. Like that's lame. So
straight up. All right.
I feel like, you act yourself. Like that's the special in you. That is the thing about you. Like, so just always be yourself.
Where can they find you?
Where they can find me?
Yeah, like on IG.
Instagram. On Instagram, my name is Jackie X Turner, JACKIEX Turner, all in one word. Yeah, my name is Jackie, by the way. Some people be thinking that's different, but my name is Jackie. My friends call me Jaye.
All right,
but yeah, you can follow me on Instagram.
All right, now if you like this video, make sure you hit the links in the description below. It's your boy Jaye. I'm out.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Bye, Vicky.
That was